Alright, even though I've only made exactly one Star Wars video on the channel, I love it just as much as Marvel and DC. But for some reason, I never watched the Clone Wars, even though I'm a massive prequels fan. But I recently saw it, and it's the GOAT. It's the GOAT of TV shows, okay? It's the GOAT. The Clone Wars is so good, I can't even put it into words. You have to watch it, even if you don't like the prequels. It's still a must absolute watch. So if you don't know what the Clone Wars is, it's basically in between episodes 2 and 3 of Star Wars and tells you about the Clone Wars, since there's actually a massive time gap between episodes 2 and 3. So this show is basically just to fill that gap. But you actually might not know that this isn't actually the first ever Clone Wars cartoon. There was actually a 2D micro-series one that came out in 2003. I watched a little bit of it, and it's pretty good so far. I wouldn't say it's as good as the Clone Wars show everyone knows, but I mean, it's pretty good so far. I would recommend watching it. Okay, back to the Clone Wars show that we're actually talking about, and man, it's good. I keep saying that, but it's true. It's so good. And also, for a kids show, it has a lot of death, man. There's people just dying left and right. Alright, so now I want to talk about the clones. And I thought that they were just going to be like ordinary side characters just shown for battles. But I was completely wrong. They gave each and every clone their own character. I mean, you got Captain Rex, Commander Cody, Fives, Echo, Jesse, all of them. They gave each and every one of them distinct characters. And do not forget about 99. I mean, it's 99 he's not. And the Umbara arc shows exactly why they're so cool. It's definitely my second favorite arc in the entire show. And the Clone Wars also introduced Ahsoka. And normally in other stuff, she would be the kind of person who's really annoying, but she was nothing like that in this show. She went through an amazing arc, which was the last arc of season 5. It was so good. It's definitely my third favorite arc. I feel like I'm just starting from 2 and then going through my favorite arcs. We're not doing that. But Ahsoka in this show was developed so well. And then you have Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they were done amazingly, like better than all of the movies. No cap, no doubt. We see how Anakin actually falls to the dark side. He's willing to kill people to save his friends. And Obi-Wan just has dad jokes all the time. It's kind of like Obi-Wan, you know, he would say that. And I wasn't expecting Obi-Wan to have such a character in this show at all. And then you also have the villains, Count Dooku and General Grievous stay, but there are also some new villains. For example, there's Asajj Ventress, Count Dooku's apprentice. She went from being a Sith Lord to being a bounty hunter. She went through a complete arc like that. And then they introduced one of the greatest bounty hunters in all of Star Wars, Cad Bane. Cad Bane is so cool. He's up there with Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. I mean, all these bounty hunters, they need armor, but not Cad Bane. All that Cad Bane needs is a hat, and then he's all good. And Savage Opress is Darth Maul's brother, and he's awesome in the show. But definitely after his first appearance, he just kind of goes down in his quality. And, yeah, that's all of the villains. Fine, I'll talk about Darth Maul. It's no spoiler that Darth Maul returns in this show, and this show made me think that Darth Maul is the greatest Star Wars character. I mean, Darth Maul went from being revived to taking over Mandalore to fighting the Emperor to finding out about Order 66. And I heard that his story continues in Rebels, but I haven't seen it yet. But honestly, this show is making me want to watch Rebels, actually. At first, I had no interest in it at all, but now I want to see how the story keeps going. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the final 4 episodes, aka the Siege on Mandalore, aka the best arc in the entire show. Once I finished this arc, I literally just sat there for like 10 minutes straight, no joke. And you know that this arc is important when you hear the Skywalker Saga Star Wars theme in the opening. I mean, you start from, yay, we're gonna stop Darth Maul from taking over Mandalore, and Order 66 happens. And the clones are trying to kill Ahsoka. This arc was just beautifully written, and man, Darth Vader, he was so cool, even though he didn't say anything. And I actually found out that in the last 6 minutes, no dialogue was ever spoken, not a single piece. Man, that just shows how expertly written this show was. But if I had one complaint, Where was Darth Jar Jar? He's the main villain involved. He should be here. Where is he? So, anyways, that was the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.